So Armand, a big question that a lot of businesses have these days is how to get into the social media game. I mean, you have MySpace and YouTube and RSS and blogs and podcasts and Second Life. I mean, how do you get your head around this? And more importantly, how do you succeed in implementing a social media strategy?
Right. Yeah, it really is overwhelming. I mean, it's overwhelming to us. So I can only imagine how clients feel. However you feel, we feel the same, more to a higher degree, because we have to obviously keep up with it.
We're in it.
Absolutely. So the first thing I would say is don't be overwhelmed. Just take it one step at a time. The first thing is to find out really where you can start. And I think a good starting point is a blog. Whatever your topic or domain of knowledge is, or services that you offer, to offer up some kind of blog as a way to give customers and people who are browsing the web just a personal touch of you or someone in your company's personality. That's really a nice touch, but it has to be done consistently, meaning at least 2 or 3 times a week. If you can't put up a post at least 2 or 3 times a week, then really want to give that a second thought, whether you start the blog or not. And how many times have we seen that with clients where they don't
post for months on end, and then we have to call them and say, okay, it's time for a post. But I think you said 2 words that were very valid, personality and consistency, because a lot of times we'll see blogs and they're like long, big, boring articles, and you know what? They could go to an article directory if that's what they're looking for. I mean, to really have a personality, to have informative entries about certain topics, I think that's really important as well.
I agree.
If you really want a following.
I agree. So the blog is the first step, I would say, of making your site Web 2.0 friendly, and other elements you can add to that. Well, first of all, in your blog, make sure you have all the RSS feeds and things of that nature so people can, and also the bookmarks, Dig and Delicious and Stumble Upon and the many others. It's a long list. To have that enabled so people can vote for you or mark your entries and have access to that. The next would be video. I think video is a great thing to have on your website. It's pretty cost effective these days. You can do it on your own or in a generally low cost way. And since most people have broadband these days, they can enjoy that. And again, delve more into the personality behind the companies or products.
And the cool thing about the videos is they don't even have to be promotional. I mean, if someone likes them, they're going to distribute it, and all of a sudden thousands of people are viewing your video, and they're going to find your website through that. So I think that's another really cool strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. So we talked about blogs and videos. I would say, first of all, on our site we have the social media page, which talks about Second Life and virtual gaming and wikis and some of the other tactics that I don't think we need to talk about here, but I'd recommend to take a look at that on the site, or contact us if you have a specific product or company that you think may benefit from some of those strategies. I mean, people are making millions of dollars in general and moving a lot of money throughout these virtual games like Second Life. So there's certainly a tactic or an angle there for the right company, not for everybody though.
Right, and there's just a lot of talk about, how, people are venting now in the blogs, and how it's really important for companies to monitor what's going on with their reputation, online reputation management, to, be able to balance some of the negative critiquing that could be going on.
Absolutely, reputation management is certainly important. So if you're going to do, first of all, it's not if, you have to eventually go this route, whether it's a blog or something else in the social media area. It really does require the resources, the people to actually monitor what's happening there.
To get a pulse.
Yes.
And to be able to quality control, to be able to set up accounts in Google groups and Yahoo groups, and really reach out to these people, in a very personable way. And I think that's really how to succeed in the social media world, because it's social for a reason.
Absolutely.
It's not the corporate media world, it's the social media world. So.
Yeah, I mean, we see that with the corporate blogs that are just some generic corporate speak that the PR department put out, don't get any hits and don't really get much respect, so to speak. The people who are out there, customers, they want the real thing. So if it's the CEO of a company and he puts his personal effort and time into writing something that's genuine and from his feelings, people will really respond to that. Let's say a product had some kind of error or malfunction, and the CEO comes on and writes a letter. People are going to respect that, and I think that's really the main. Those are the main topics. Also, our partner David Houle moderated the panel at this year's Global Executive Marketing Summit, and he had some heavyweights from Microsoft, top executives, and also from MySpace, talking about not just Web 2.0, but Web 3.0 and what's ahead. So if you're interested, you can check out that podcast on bluelinemarketing.com.